innovative in my teaching methods as well. As a classroom teacher, I feel that it is important to be able to engage the pupils so that they enjoy your lessons and they find it educational, and during the experience itself, my methods are creative so that they actually enjoy the lessons. So in a recent lesson, what I actually did was I used comic characters for my children to draw. So instead of, at primary 3, they learn direct speech, because when they write compositions, I find that many of them make a lot of punctuation errors, especially with the open and closed quotation marks. So what happens is that they drew comic strips with like dragons and princesses and cats. So they had speech bubbles, and then they wrote down exactly how it's supposed to be written in direct speech. I thought that was quite a creative way to teach my students, because I know that a lot of the boys actually enjoy reading comics as well, and the girls were more than happy to actually draw and color as well. Dramatization is actually very good, especially for the students who are very much more quiet and introverted in class. So they don't actually have to give you a string of sentences or a whole story. So they use their facial expressions and gestures and body movements to show you instead of saying how they actually feel. And if you are required to get them to speak something, what I'll do is just tap them and tell me a word. How are you feeling? Or show me with your face, show me with your expression, and the rest of the class will just guess what they're doing. When something goes wrong, I think it's very important for a teacher to be able to reflect on what went wrong. Okay, very often we have normal lessons that we don't reflect on. But if a lesson goes exceptionally well or exceptionally badly, I think it's very important for the teacher to know what went wrong. Was there not enough time? Were the resources too difficult? Were they too easy? These are things that a teacher actually needs to reflect on. I tell a lot of stories in class. Yeah, so I always tell my students about, the 6 fat cats that live under my blocks and things like that. And they're very interested to know that instead of a teacher, I'm also a person. I tell them, I love chocolates, at night when I'm marking your compositions, and when I can't take it, I eat ice cream and things like that. My husband actually likes to listen to the stories of what happens in class and how cute my children are. I always tell them, my children did this, my children did that. I tend to correct my husband and my friends, and they call me a grammar Nazi. Yeah, sometimes you just can't help it. I think it's a job hazard.